Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Like the headline says, I think the Bharatiya Janata Party is helping MK Stalin to come back to power in Tamil Nadu. Not that MK Stalin needs much help, but the fact is Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to do its best to ensure MK Stalin comes back to power. This is what I think. Let's discuss this further. Let's get right into the show. So before we talk about how BJP is helping DMK, let us talk about DMK. Let us talk about MK Stalin. Now, MK Stalin, let me tell you, possibly has been one of the most popular chief ministers in India, especially a chief minister that belonged to the opposition party and remained with the opposition party, had always had his conflict with the center. But he created a fantastic brand image for himself across the country. Fantastic brand image. More importantly, he became well known and popular across India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So that's something that Stalin did. A lot of regional parties and their chief ministers should actually look at the way Stalin built his brand. They may get a lot of tips. So that's the first thing. Stalin built his brand exceedingly well. The second thing is what Stalin did is he managed to ensure that there is no much of anti-incumbency that gets stuck to him. He doesn't have much of anti-incumbency. And anti-incumbency is something that is very natural in Tamil Nadu. What I mean by that is, see, normally one saw Tamil Nadu going ping pong. So you had DMK for 5 years, then DMK went, AIADMK came in. I'm talking about times when AIADMK was headed by Ms. Jayalalitha and DMK was headed by Karunanidhi. So you had Karunanidhi for 5 years, then Jayalalitha for 5 years, then Karunanidhi for 5 years and Jayalalitha for 5 years. So you had this anti-incumbency that actually ensured that the government would change possibly every 5 years, most of the time. So this was what Tamil Nadu was. And this time around, it seems that there is no much of anti-incumbency. While there has been talk of state finances, there have been talk of women's safety, there has been talk of bad handling of natural disaster and all that has been spoken about. The opposition has raised all these points, but the point is the opposition was not fit enough, not good enough, not powerful enough to ensure that it stuck to the voters' mind. So this time around, the anti-incumbency is not the way normally it would have been in Tamil Nadu. So that's point number one. Now, why do I say that Bharatiya Janata Party is helping? You see, I made two statements. The first statement I made is MK Stalin now is popular from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. And the reason why he is possibly popular is because MK Stalin is seen today fighting for Tamil against the central government. So the Hindi imposition row that happened in the recent past has really catapulted Stalin into a different league, especially in Tamil Nadu. I come from the south. So I talk to you with certain understanding of what's happening in Tamil Nadu and what people are talking about in Tamil Nadu and the way a Tamilian currently is feeling. MK Stalin has been catapulted because he is being seen as a person who is standing for Tamil, who is protecting Tamil. Over and above that, here came delimitation row. Now, delimitation, there is nothing much that center could do. That too I agree. But the fact remains that this is something that Stalin actually blew it out of proportion. It was blown and it was presented in a 70 mm. Stalin today is not just seen as somebody who is protecting the rights of Tamilian and Tamil Nadu, but Stalin is seen as a champion of the South. His stature, his leadership, is got elevated. He is today seen as somebody who is protecting us, protecting South of India. Today, when you go to Kerala especially, because that's where I was recently, and a lot of people say that, look at Stalin. Look at Stalin, the way he is talking for the South. Sadly, our leaders don't do that. Stalin is doing it. The popularity I saw in Kerala for Stalin stunned me. Stunned me because all of a sudden I realized that Stalin was becoming a South Indian leader. So that's something that happened, and this is something that was not created by Stalin. This is something that got created in the center. And this creation of the center ensured that Stalin, all the other anti-incumbency women rights and finance mismanagement and finance management and all that became irrelevant. The Hindi imposition issue and the delimitation issue became the in thing. Today, Tamil Nadu is talking about that. And that's precisely why Stalin is in its all-time high. He is in his all-time high when it comes to popularity. The fact remains that Bharatiya Janata Party has faced something similar in Maharashtra in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. When the statement of the constitution going to be changed if Bharatiya Janata Party comes into power, that issue was manifested, blown up in Maharashtra, and possibly that issue really resulted to the kind of seats that Bharatiya Janata Party saw in the Lok Sabha elections in 2024, in Maharashtra especially. Bharatiya Janata Party may change the constitution if they come back to power was the guiding factor for their absolute disaster in Maharashtra in 2024. Now, something like this is happening, something very similar to this actually, is happening in South, is happening in Tamil Nadu. This time around, delimitation, there will be no power for South and there will be no say for South rather than power. There will be no say for South in the Indian Parliament. And the fact that imposition of Hindi, these two factors are overriding everything. And the champion is Stalin. Now the center knows this. Bharatiya Janata Party knows this. But Bharatiya Janata Party did not and is not doing anything specific to tackle this issue. And this issue is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now another thing that Bharatiya Janata Party did. Amit Shah went and met Palaniswamy. Now Palaniswamy is from AIADMK. Meeting Palaniswamy, is that going to make much of a difference? Bharatiya Janata Party tying up with AIADMK, will that make a difference in the political scenario in Tamil Nadu? Is AIADMK even relevant enough in Tamil Nadu? Will they do better? First of all, let's start talking about that. Are they going to do good in the forthcoming election? That's the first question that I think Amit Shah should think. And the second question is, Amit Shah has this very, I would say, enthusiastic leader in Annamalai. Annamalai is the Bharatiya Janata Party leader, president of Tamil Nadu. He is enthusiastic. He couldn't do much in the Lok Sabha election, I agree, but he is an enthusiastic person. He has increased the vote share of Bharatiya Janata Party in Tamil Nadu, created a niche for Bharatiya Janata Party in Tamil Nadu, and I don't think Annamalai is very happy with Bharatiya Janata Party going and trying to tie up with AIADMK. Because AIADMK is All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kadagam. It is not different. It is a Dravid party too, which is ideologically absolutely opposite to what Bharatiya Janata Party is, technically speaking, from an ideological perspective. Not that ideology matters nowadays in politics, but technically it is diagonally the opposite. Annamalai has been trying to build the Bharatiya Janata Party ideology, the Hindutva ideology in Tamil Nadu. He is carving his niche and he feels that he is doing a good job. To some extent, one should give him that credit, because whatever said and done, he has created a vote bank for Bharatiya Janata Party. Now that vote bank may not be enough for them to win seats. That vote bank may definitely not enough for them to win the state. That is for sure. But the fact remains that he has created. He started the process. In between that, an AIADMK is being introduced. Now this is something similar that happened in Maharashtra. Amit Shah's interference in Maharashtra politics, a lot of leaders say, caused a lot of rift. Devendra Fadnavis, who was completely focused on Maharashtra, trying to pull Bharatiya Janata Party in Maharashtra, trying to make something out of Bharatiya Janata Party in Maharashtra and all of that. In middle, when the center, especially Amit Shah, intervened, things actually didn't help him, it was harming him. To an extent where he almost ensured that there was no much of Amit Shah seen in 2024 assembly election of Maharashtra. He ensured that. And the rest is history. So, Amit Shah's interference in Tamil Nadu, is that helping Tamil Nadu or harming Tamil Nadu? Amit Shah's understanding of Tamil Nadu and its voters, or lack of it, is that going to help Bharatiya Janata Party or is that going to help MK Stalin? Bharatiya Janata Party and AIADMK coming together, will it have an impact on both the parties? You see, things are different now. One could argue, "Vare pehle bhi to un log saath the." It is different now. It is different after the delimitation, after the Hindi imposition and all. Things are very different in Tamil Nadu. A lot of people who otherwise would have voted for AIADMK would possibly not, because Bharatiya Janata Party is with them. Because now they would see AIADMK, a party that is not supporting Tamil language, a party that is not supporting South Indian voice in Indian Parliament, a party that is not going against the delimitation or ensuring that the South Indian states get enough seats after delimitation. That is the way people may see. And AIADMK voter may not vote for AIADMK. And the reverse. The reverse may happen is because, like I told you, Annamalai has carved a vote bank for Bharatiya Janata Party, which believes in Bharatiya Janata Party ideology, which believes in Hindutva, and that particular group may not be so comfortable voting for AIADMK. Because end of the day, like I told you, it is all India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kadagam. It is a Dravidian party. It is as Dravidian as what DMK is. And that is what Bharatiya Janata Party ideology is trying to combat. So the point that I am trying to make is, this entire decision of Bharatiya Janata Party and possibly an AIADMK coming together, I think it's a disaster. Bharatiya Janata Party may definitely not win the state, obviously not, but may do better on its own in Tamil Nadu. At least it can start creating its own niche. And as far as Stalin is concerned, Stalin, I think, currently looks very, very strong in Tamil Nadu. No much anti-incumbency, and this huge agenda of delimitation and Hindi imposition actually working for him. So this is the point I wanted to make today. Till I see you next time, day after tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.